Okay, Kellen, now we're going to take a look at the backstroke from the side view underwater. And as we're watching you reach in, again, you can just see that hand can be turned a little bit more. And with shoulder roll, that shoulder being a little deeper would help that hand turn down pinky first and help you knife in the water a little bit more aggressively into that catch. You can see as you start the catch, and this is what I see all the time, while that shoulder is rotating down to where it should have been earlier in the pull, what happens is the hand ends up not being turned where the thumb is straight in line with the pinky. So your hands turn so that you're pulling the water towards the bottom of the pool. Okay, and what we want to see is from that thumb down to the pinky, that's your line. It's a straight line, your thumb towards the ceiling, your pinky towards the bottom, and then you're pulling towards your hips and your feet with that water, so you're pulling yourself straight forward. So all your energy pulling back is sending you straight forward, not up. And right now it's sending you a little more up than it is at the beginning part of that catch. And what happens is, if your rotation's late like that, that's the only position your hand can really get into. So then it kind of stays, your energy stays pushing downward until about this point, and this is where you get a good catch. So you're missing that first part of the catch, and then you get into a better position here. The hand could be a little higher. So instead of being straight with the elbow, we kind of see that on the front underwater view. I'd like to see the hand a little bit higher. It needs to be from the elbow pitched up more towards the surface of the water. But again, if we can get that rotation to happen a little earlier, that will help get that hand in a better position. Now here it gets there, pushes down and through. Good job right there. And then you catch on the other side. And again, we can see on both sides, I'm going to back it up a little bit, but you can see on both sides, you start the catch, the hand is more directed towards the bottom of the pool. It's directed here, and it's angled towards the bottom of the pool. We already want that hand to be angled out. And then the elbow can be more in line with the hand. You can see how yours is dropping, and it's dropping because your shoulder is rotating down as it's trying to pull. So it causes the elbow to drop and the hand to turn towards the bottom. And we want the shoulder to get in position ahead of the arm so that you're not dropping that hand in order to catch the water. And here you can see right here you're in a good position to pull the water. So from about the shoulder back, that's where you're really creating the catch. And we just want the rotation to happen so that catch happens right away. As soon as you enter the water, you have a high elbow, and it's right in line with that forearm and the hand, and you're pressing all the way back down through the hip. And we'll see the other side when you get through the flip turn. Again, the kick just needs to be a little tighter. And again, head position will help. You can just see here how deep your hips are going towards the wall. You want your line to be here. The feet should be closer to the surface of the water, and your hips should be on that line. And from your head down through your hip, down through your foot, you're creating drag because the water's coming at you right here, and it's running right into your body. And if you're on top of that line that I drew where you should be with your hips, that will keep you more streamlined. That'll keep that water from creating more drag. So you don't want your hips to ride this low. You want them to ride much higher. And the only way to get there is by putting that chin more up and not on your chest. And when you do that, you sit down in the water a little bit more. And then it causes a little bit wider kick. We want a little smaller. As you go into the turn, again, you're doing a good job of setting up the turn. Now, the one thing that I would like to see here is you can see on your hands, you're pulling with the back of the hands. We want to turn those hands over. We want the palms, we don't want the palms aimed towards the ceiling. Okay? We get a lot more power if the palms are actually turned and they're actually pulling toward your head. So we want the palms turned down towards the bottom of the pool when you flip over, and that's just a simple thing. You want to do that on your freestyle and your backstroke. So you're pulling toward your head with your palms, it's about 40% stronger with your palms versus the back of the hands. So you want to make sure that you're pulling with the palms as you come over into your flip turn. Nice tight turn. Feet are a little low. We want the feet at the turn to be a little higher. You separate them, that's good. We want the toes to be closer to that tile. And then we want the body line to be pushing a little bit deeper off the wall. And since your feet are lower on the wall as you flip, then you're a little flatter as you come off. And then you use your arms to extend down. So your body's somewhat up, so your body's on this line, a more flat line, but you're using your arms now to push yourself down deeper into the water. And again, we can get there by just making sure that our feet are higher on the wall when we go to push off, and we get that steeper angle as we come off. And then you can just see, as you're doing your dolphin kicks, you can just see your arms are moving up and down. So if I would draw a line from your shoulders, I should see your arms stay on that line while you're kicking out. So, and if I advance it, you can see your arms are going above and under that line, and you're using your arms to kind of generate the dolphin kick instead of using just your chest. It should be from just the lower part of your chest all the way down through the hips is where you want to be kicking from. And that'll generate a little more power up and down into that breakout. And then again, we're watching this side, we can see that hand turns downward again. You can just see its pitch is down, elbows drop. So the elbow drops here. We want the elbow actually to be from the shoulder to be right here, a little higher for a higher elbow. And then we want it to turn to the hand here. So you have a higher elbow in that catch. And if you're still rotating the shoulder down late, that's when you get into this dropping the elbow and then the hand pitching towards the bottom of the pool. And then right here, again, as we saw on the right side, you're in position to pull more water at this point, and you do a good job at that point of driving through on that side of your body. Again, the one thing that I can really notice here, and you see it again, and we kind of talked about it as you're going towards the wall on the other side, from your head down through your hips, down through your feet, you're diagonally down in the water. We really want that head with the chin up a little bit more so it raises those hips, and this is your line. Your feet should just be just a little bit below the water surface. The hips should be higher on that line, and your chest higher out of the water.